Hi, good morning. How are you? I'm still in Banff, Canada, and I am at a retreat. It's our annual retreat called The Seduction of Spirit, and I am continuing our conversation here on discoveringyourcosmicself.com. And the questions are coming in from readers of the book behind me, which is You Are the Universe, Discovering Your Cosmic Self and Why It Matters. I want to thank you for your support of the book and for continuing this conversation with me on a daily basis. I see a lot of people that come back every day. Karina Azneth, good morning. Tanya Johnson, thanks for sharing the video. Teresa Johnson Renner, good morning from Kansas City. Mirjana Zomik, I guess from Eastern Europe. Maria BCM, hello. Jan Frisby, hello from Australia. Bobby Elizide, have a blessed day. You too, Bobby. Dr. Saad Anis, hi to you. Lisa Kano, good morning from Chicago. Jennifer, good morning to you. Jennifer Barman, good morning, Deepak. Karen Ryan, good morning from Massachusetts. Quantilla McGray, thank you, Deepak, thank you, Quantilla. Tony John, thank you, Tony. And on, thank you all. I am very grateful that we are here today and every day sharing our ideas on what is reality. So I hope the light is not bothering you too much. It's a beautiful light that's streaming in from the outside, and it's a great morning. It's wonderful to be alive and experience this reality with you. So the question today is from Susie, and Susie says, about 3 years ago I experienced a strange occurrence which makes me question time. I traveled to a place in the North Island of New Zealand, to a place that I had lived for about 8 years before. On going into a particular shop, I suddenly got the strange feeling that I hadn't been away at all from this place. It actually felt like time had not moved at all. Here I was, 8 years down the track in the same shop, and it felt so weird. Like I had jumped through a time warp and literally was in the same spot I was 8 years ago. Then later that year, I returned back to the South Island of New Zealand and again felt as if time had not moved. It was all just going along, and it really felt like I had moved in this whole thing and the places had kind of not moved. It's a very hard concept for me to explain. I'm trying to figure this out logically. However, feeling like I moved through some sort of time warp is strange when you travel back to a place you have lived. My question is time the reality, or am I the reality experiencing time? Wow, good question. Okay, so let's start and figure this out together. Okay, Maria Fabara and 13 others shared your video. I really appreciate it, Maria, and all of those who are sharing this conversation with me and with each other. Okay, Susan Baker makes a good comment. She says, when I was a child. Okay, so let's try and figure out Susie's question, which is very simple. Is time the reality, or am I the reality experiencing time? So the first thing is, we have to go back to fundamentals. Who is the I that experiences anything? Who or what is the I that experiences anything? And we now want to address just the I. I can only be the awareness in which all experience occurs. Once again, I can only be the awareness in which all experiences occur. Joanne Cooper, thank you, and others for sharing the video. Okay, so I, that which we call I, is the awareness in which all experience occurs. Experience of that which we call the mind, that which we call the body, and that which we call the world, because they're all experiences, correct? And every experience is an arising and a subsiding of form, let's say form arising and subsiding, an appearance and a disappearance in I. Okay? Every experience is an arising and a subsiding in I. Last night when you had a dream, experience arose and disappeared. Images, conversation, sounds, textures, taste, smell arise and subside in I. I is the only constant in experience. Therefore, I is not in time. Therefore, I is not in time. Is the experience itself in time? Well, the experience itself arises and subsides, is born and dies in every moment of now. So when you say, I have a body, that's kind of misleading, because when you say, I have a body, you're implying that the body is an object. But actually the body is the arising and subsiding of experience in every now. Every now. So is a thought. So is an emotion. So is a feeling. So is any perception. It's an arising and subsiding in every now. And that now is also, in a sense, not in time. Right? Because now is not a moment in time. Now is eternal. Now is the only moment that never ends. Rhonda, Schurer, Henning, and 20 others shared your video. I deeply appreciate it. Okay, so now is not a moment in time. Now is the window. Now is, in fact, eternal, in the sense that it's timeless. Being timeless, it never ends. Now never ends. Now never ends. And so the arising and subsiding of experiences in the deeper reality, not in time. It is always now. You can't escape now. Okay? Try to escape now into the past. You can't actually escape it other than a thought. Try to escape now into the future. You, Oino, and 20 others shared their video. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay, so try now to escape now. And you can't. Right? When you say the past, what is it? It's a thought, and it's a thought now. Okay? When you say future, that's a thought now. When you say my body, the my is awareness, which is now, and the body is an experience which is now. Laurie Jackson says, where are you? Laurie, I'm non-local, but having a local experience in Banff, Canada. Okay, so have we become clear that now never ends, and all experience is now, and now is eternal? Nancy, Norland, 27 others shared your video. Thank you. I thank you all, but I want to keep continuing this logical hopefully rational way to understand reality. So we can say now is reality, and actually there is only now. The past is present now as a thought, and the future is present now as a thought. And reality is always now, and reality is awareness. So, Susie, when you say, I travel to a place in North Island of New Zealand, the I actually never traveled. It just had an experience of something we all agree to call North Island of New Zealand as a place, but actually it's an experience, and it's always now. And when you went back to the South Island, another experience. But at this moment, whatever experience you're having is localization of you, awareness, as an experience arising and subsiding also in you. You see, the whole problem arises when I is confused with a person. The whole problem arises when I is confused with a person. The person is a process in now. The person is an activity in now. The person is an arising and subsiding of sensations, images, feelings, and thoughts now. When you say other people, and people are experiencing this, that's in a way a mistake, because people are an experience. A person as an experience. What I call this person is an experience now, an activity, a vibration of being. A vibration, a modulation, a modified form of being or consciousness or awareness. And that's all there is, and that's you. And that is timeless. So what is time? Time is imagination, in the same sense as the body as an object is imagination, the world as an object is imagination, construct, ideation. Rishikesh says, I'm experiencing you now. No, you are experiencing yourself as that which you call Deepak now. Okay? There's only now. If you say there's a past, then go there and you'll find it's impossible. If you say there's a future, go there now and you find it's impossible. Okay, so awareness being non-local, timeless, experiences itself as processes, and all those processes are now. But when we think about that and we try to figure it out, then we create past and present with a thought that is also now. Is this clear, guys? Otherwise, we're wasting each other's time. Lisa Whitney, time is a human thinking concept. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, now go back to Susie's question. Is time the reality? No, time is not the reality. Only I, which is the awareness in which that concept arises when you think about it, is the reality. Awareness is the only reality, and awareness is that in which we experience its modulations, its modifications as this, that book. That's all there is. In that sense, you are immortal. In that sense, there is no birth and death, except that birth and death are happening in every now as experience. And experience is very simple. It's sensations, images, feelings, thoughts, sense perceptions, which are modifications of now or awareness or I. See, when you not only intellectually get this, when you get this experientially, that's also called moksha or freedom. Moksha or freedom. Freedom from all constructs. Then you realize that what you're experiencing right now is a conditioned, fragmented, self-projecting this, including this. That in every now, the conditioned mind is projecting its reality. Number one. Number two, the conditioned mind is the ego. Okay, and being a conditioning of awareness and an experience in time, the ego can't be real. Number three, the real you was never born, and therefore is not subject to death. Only experience is born and dies in every now. And number four, do not confuse yourself. Do not confuse yourself with your projections that are very transient and not even a blip in eternity, in timeless now. So, if you can see it and touch it and taste it and smell it, think about it, conceive it, it's a modulation of your own self, and that modulation is over as soon as it's born. So it can't be the real reality. The real reality is only that which always is. And that real reality, which always is awareness. And we have to use a word, right? So we can use awareness, we just say I, but I is not here. I is that in which this is also experienced in every now. Okay, so I hope this makes sense to you. Rishikesh Dikshit says, you are the greatest sage. We are all sages, we have all forgotten. George Mann says, reality is fake. Yeah, in that sense, Mr. Trump is right. You know, it's all fake. We are fictional characters in a fictional world. Terry Lewis and 47 others just shared your video. Terry, I really appreciate this. And I think I am done with today's explanation, but I will look at your comments. Irene says, very helpful. I hope so, Irene. Alison, awareness with no experience, you know after it seems, do tell. Awareness without experience is like deep sleep, right? There's no appearance in deep sleep, but awareness is there. Can you ever say when you are not? And the answer is obvious. Okay? So deep sleep is also beyond subject-object split, but so is death. Now here's the key. You can wake up to being in deep sleep. You can wake up to being in deep sleep. And if you start to wake up to being in deep sleep, then you'll wake up to being in that which is called death. But remember, the waking up is to the now in which birth and death are happening now. Vivra Susanna, we are sleeping and we have to awake. Yeah, remember my favorite quote of Wittgenstein, we are asleep, our life is a dream, but once in a while we wake up enough to know that we are dreaming. What do we wake up? Timeless being. What do we wake up to? Is our own being. So become a witnessing awareness that is quietly watching the birth and death of thought. Become a witnessing awareness, or be a witnessing awareness that is quietly watching emotions and feelings. Be a witnessing awareness that is quietly watching sense perceptions labeled as objects. There are no objects. There are only sense perceptions, which are modifications of being. Fortunes Fortunes by Bethany and 50 others shared your video. Deeply grateful. Well, I don't know what else to say. Many people are saying, where are you? Well, the real answer is I'm nowhere and everywhere at the same time. But I'm having a local experience, and the local experience is in Banff, Canada. Let me show you a little bit of that, okay? So here is the view from the window, and there you see the mountain and the beautiful dreamscape in this moment, or I should say in this now. There's another view. It's the sunlight is very bright, so I can't show it to you, but I'm trying my best. Okay, so let me just walk through the bedroom and see if I can give you another view of now. Another view of now. It's very difficult. It's all Alison McLean Walker asked, can you dream of deep rest? Basically, you can dream of anything, but you should realize that what you're dreaming or what you're experiencing right this moment is also a flickering dream, and therefore actually a more convincing dream. Okay, so that's the window out of which I was trying to give you a view, but the sun is too bright, so I can't at the moment. So I guess I'll have to finish. Have a wonderful day. Remember, time is a concept. Time is just a collective construct based on what we experience now. The earth is spinning on its axis at dizzying speeds and hurtling through space at thousands of miles an hour. And all is happening now in the entire universe. Time is a localized perspective of being, and time occurs as soon as you think of yourself as a person. But you're not a person. You're the awareness in which the person is an experience. There are no people. Okay, people are experiences. People don't experience, people are experiences. And you as a person is also an experience, and the experience is in being. Have a good day. Lots of love. Bye.